My name is Binti Koli and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is my very first video and I'm going to jump straight into it. We're going to do a little intro and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my UX UI journey and my journey to where I am right now and where I am currently, and then you guys are going to watch the rest of my journey on here. So I am 22 years old. I am one of 5 co-founders on the Clamp digital agency team and I'm working on a project called Beauty Hive. So I am a full-time digital designer. I have been designing, and I'll give you a little backstory. So I've been creative all my life. I've always painted, drawn, been a really creative kid, and that's followed along in education. So I did art GCSE, art A-level, like I did everything else, but that was my love. Art was always my love. Like I was the art girl. And I really started to get familiar with digital design software when I got to sixth form. So this is around 16, 17. So what, 6 years ago now? So for the past 6 years, I've been using digital software to kind of be creative and let out my creativity. And professionally, I want to say it's under 4 years now that I've been designing professionally, especially in the UX UI space. But my journey started when I went to university. So I went to university to study architecture, and I don't regret that choice at all. It was really difficult. It built a lot of resilience in me, and it got me where I am right now. And I know that if I didn't study architecture, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be a digital designer. But it was very evident, even from my modules, I always did really well in anything that involved graphics. Always like kind of the 90s, 95s. Like I did really well in anything to do with graphics, but anything else was kind of, yeah. So architecture wasn't my strong point. But I loved it. I still love it. And I like nice things. That's the bottom line. Anything that's pretty and anything that's to do with design and creation that's nice, I will love it. But it definitely wasn't my passion, and it definitely wasn't the right route for me, and I'm glad I'm not on that route. But I'm really good at identifying what is right for me and what isn't, and as soon as I kind of know and I feel the time is right, then I will definitely kind of make an exit, exit stage left, and figure things out. So the real kind of route that I went down and to get to like becoming a freelancer and becoming a digital designer was basically student loan is what we get in the United Kingdom. So the government you get a loan, and your student loan covers your tuition fees, and it also can cover you a maintenance loan, and that maintenance loan is assessed based on what your parents earn, your household income, and they give you an amount on that basis, and you live off that. It doesn't cover a loss of expenses for a lot of people. So like me, and excuse the natural lighting, the sun might come in and out, but like me, student loan didn't cut it for me, and it left me with £300 to last me 4 months. I remember this is the first kind of realization that I knew it wasn't going to cut it. After I paid my rent and paid kind of a lot of expenses. Architecture is a really expensive course in itself, so you need to pay for materials, and I was eating up like maybe £30 a week just in materials. So if you do the maths, it doesn't work. So I took advantage of the fact that banks will offer you a beautiful overdraft it's interest free, and it's great for students, and they'll offer you a credit card. I took advantage of both, and I maxed out my student overdraft in that first term. Then I realized that I needed to do something, and this is where my entrepreneurial spirit like kicked in. So I didn't know I was entrepreneurial, but it kicked in because I needed to I didn't want to be in minus after paying my rent. So I started basically offering my services for free in the beginning, and a mixture of free and paid, so very low cost. It was £15, it was £35 maximum. It was really low cost, and I started with Snapchat filters and logos, but majority of my work was for free to really build my portfolio so I was able to charge more. And that's when things really started to kick off, and I realized at the end of that year that I could really take this somewhere. Like, I built my portfolio, I've done these different things, but after a year of doing it, I was like, this is exactly what I want to do, and architecture isn't for me anymore. So I continued working, I continued building my portfolio, building my credibility, built working with different clients, and I've worked with a range of different clients from big brands to startups and small brands, and that has got me here. Where it comes to my UX UI, that started maybe 6 years ago, 6 years ago as well, 5 years ago. I started a blog, in 2015, so 5 years ago. And that blog was hosted on a website builder. So I built my own website and designed my own website, and I didn't like the first platform. I moved on to a second platform. I wanted to experiment between a third platform and see if that was better. So I really got a taste of what website builders were like. And that was my first taste 5 years ago of what goes into building a website. Off the back of that and off the back of the work, and I always used to get my clients off of social media because of how much I would post, and that was the only way, apart from university word of mouth, and kind of friends and family word of mouth. The only other way that I knew to get myself out there was social media, and I didn't have many followers at the time at all, but I just I just continuously posted, and I continued posting my work, and I posted my progress so people could understand that I was working. And I remember back in the day on Snapchat, I would post every day that I was working and show what I'm working and show the process to really kind of show people that I'm working hard at this, and you can hire me, you can trust me, and like, this is my passion and this is what I do. So that really helps, and that really boosted my my kind of career journey so far. My really short career journey so far. It's really short on the grand scheme of things. And then from there, my business partner approached me. Claude, she's one of the girls on the Clamp digital agency team, and that really kick-started through about 3 years ago. That really kick-started the UX UI, because she was a developer and all she did was develop, and she didn't want to design websites anymore because she really wanted to focus on her front-end development. I was a designer. I had people who were coming to me for branding, and they wanted websites, and I was using website builders, but it didn't really cut it. So I wanted more flexibility. I wanted to do more. I knew what developers did, and I knew their capabilities, and she had the capabilities. I'd seen her work before, and it was only natural, and it was only right for me as a UX UI designer to, collaborate with a developer. And since then, I've always worked with her, and she's like out of my business partner, we're the closest because we've worked together for so long and we understand and know each other. And I think that's one really great thing about the Clamp digital agency team, is we really understand each other, and we know each other's goals. We know the group goal, the common goal that we're working for at Clamp, and we work together to achieve that and achieve our individual goals, and it all feeds in, and it's just a beautiful it's just beautiful. It's just amazing, and I'm really grateful to have this kind of to have that space, and to be able to create that space with girls that I appreciate and admire so much. But yeah, so that's where UX UI really kicked off for me, and I just continued taking on projects and taking on clients and working and really building my skill set, and I'm still doing so. I think it's a continuous journey. You never stop learning, you never stop growing, and I'm definitely learning a lot now and growing a lot now, but that was how everything kicked off for me. But I'm going to break down specific parts. I really want to do a university video. I really want to do how to get into UX UI in terms of being self-taught, because I'm completely self-taught, and I learned everything I know about graphics and design and digital design via YouTube. There was no kind of tutor or help for me. Even in sixth form, I didn't study graphics, and we had a graphics department, but I wasn't part of that, and I didn't study it. So me using the Adobe Creative Suite in sixth form was just me choosing to do it. So I really want to, and this is what when I say the learning aspect is, I really want to be able to give you the tools to be able to do the same thing, because it's not that easy. There's a lot of Udemy, talks about Udemy courses and loads of different platforms that offer courses which are amazing, but to learn on YouTube and learn for free, I think it's really difficult to find certain resources. So I really want to give you an insight into what it's like to be a digital designer, the life, what you learn, what you need to know, and the process, because it is a really long process to become really, really amazing at what you do. And I think even I'm really hard on myself, and even in myself, I know that I've still got years of practice to go before I'm probably really, I'm comfortable, but really comfortable, where I feel like I like you can't tell me anything kind of vibe. But yeah, so that's kind of my digital design, but I'm really going to get into it. I'm going to break things down. But when it comes to Clamp, we started that out of frustration. So it was born out of the idea of me and Paula were on the phone one day, and I was tired of freelancing. So was Claude, my business partner, and so was Paula. She was working for herself, and she was tired of business and the way things were working, and she had a passion for design. She studied development. What sort of degree? She studied computer science, and she's had loads of roles within the tech space, and they just weren't really connecting with her the way she needed to, and she really enjoyed design as well and being creative. So we had the discussion over the phone. A couple weeks prior to that, we met up to do something, to have a conversation about co-collabs. So Layla on the team, she runs an initiative called co-collabs, where she was teaching other people the skill set that she has. So she's a front end, no, she's a back end / full stack, but her main skill set is within back end, and she really wanted to teach other people what she knows and enlist other people in the community, loads of different developers, and run these workshops. So she had been doing so, but she wanted to do an end-to-end workshop, so UX UI all the way to developing and having something live. So we were working and orchestrating that before COVID-19 hit as a team, and facilitating Layla with that. But the reason we all met up, and the reason why I knew that this would work, was because we had a lot of chemistry when we met up. So there were a few people, there was us girls, and there was a couple guys helping us as well. But when we met up, there was an instant connection and chemistry, and we went to Nando's afterwards. And I realised that these girls are really smart. We all have a really great common interest, and along with Aurelie as well. She wasn't at the meeting, but I knew her, Paula knew her. There was something that was common between all of us, and there was a common thread that I knew that if we all work together, it would really work out. So it started by saying, let's do a test project for fun and see what happens. And we ended up starting Glam Digital Agency, and it's amazing that I have this kind of space where I am constantly being pushed, and they know what my goals are and what I need to do to get there, and when I'm in alignment with them and not, and vice versa. We all know what we want to achieve together, and we also know what we want to achieve separately, but what interweaves into Clamp. So it's really amazing to have a group of people where you can literally just any time of day, like Claude especially will call me any time of day, and we'll speak like 10 times a day. It's ridiculous. Daily, like weekends, it doesn't matter. But it's really amazing that you could call the phone and be like, pick up the phone, call someone and be like, okay, I have an idea. And instantly things are working, and we're always working behind the scenes, and we're always getting things done, but always kind of remembering. And especially as a creative, you can get sidetracked and you can like think, okay, cool, I want to do this. But they always kind of like make me remember what my goal is and what I should be aligned with and what I should really be doing. And I think that's the beauty behind Clamp, and that's why things work so well. And I really enjoy just working with a team of women, a team of black women, people who look like me, people who understand me, understand what I'm saying, understand what I look like when, you know, just understand, just get it. And they're all African as well. We're all West African. I'm West African. We're not all West African. Sorry. 3 of the girls are Central African. So we've got Congo and Tanzania mix. We've got Congo. We've got Angola, and we've got Uganda. And then I'm half Sierra Leonean, half Gambian. So we've got this really cool mix where we're just all African. We understand each other, the food, the cultures, the this and that. So it's really nice. It's really, really nice to work together the way we do. So that's Clamp. But the beauty of it, and one thing that I really kind of love about starting this channel now, is we are in July. We launched in February 29th. So we are March, April, May, June, July, just about to be July. So we're 4 months into it. It's gonna be really nice to watch the channel back and see the growth. So I'm really excited for everything that this channel will allow me to do. And yeah, I think that the main premise of this video was just so I could kind of give you a little bit of insight into who I am, what I do, and the intentions for this channel, but then allude to what's coming, because what's coming is so just fun. Like, I'm so excited for what's coming. So this is my virtual promise to remain consistent, and this is my virtual promise to post. But I cannot wait, and I'm really excited for what we're about to do. I'm really excited for what's happening with Clamp. I'm really excited for what's happening with my design journey and my professional career. So it's just exciting. Just exciting. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I've been saying that to myself in the mirror every time I do my makeup, so now I can actually say it for real. So like, comment, subscribe down below, and definitely let me know if there's any topics you want me to touch on. But we're going to touch on everything from branding to UX UI to business to finances to freelancing to an agency to working with friends. Everything that you can dream of, I have it listed already. Shopping with me because I love to shop, days in the life, everything, meetings. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of content to come here, so yeah, stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.